best what you can say is creative. Yeah. Go for what you know. Ready to drop you the rock you want. That was for me, so let me see.
Oh. Okay. Where is it? There it is. All right. Put that in there. All right. What's happening, everybody? It's your boy Hardcorn, and we are back once again. 2 times this week, we have got ourselves some action Taimanin going on today. We are celebrating a very important milestone for the series, and also we're going to be doing some event stuff today. How's everybody's Labor Day weekend going? I know it's been pretty good for me. I made some food today, did some nice stuff, hanging out. Really great day for the most part. Sadly, it all comes to a close, whether we like it or not, but that's all we can do for the most part. Making it through with my child, too. But I'm glad everybody's having a good time over there. Good to see everybody back again. Got ourselves some macaroni over here from leftovers. And we had some burgers we made today. Hot dogs, too. Potato salad, you name it, we got it all. I ended up forgetting the other day when I went to the store yesterday. I had to go buy some limes because I forgot to pick them up from my Coronas. Speaking of that, though, I got to get it out of the fridge because it is time. It is time. I probably should have done that earlier. I probably should have went and got that earlier in the first place. Ah, goodness gracious. The 2 lime situation because I didn't want to, because I cut a lime in half and I wanted to put it in there for the most part. Also, because it's like a half a lime. I'll have another one later. But yes, today we're also celebrating the wonderful occasion that is the original first anniversary. Well, not the first anniversary. The original Japanese release of Taimanin Asagi. Because our lovely lady over here herself, the face of the entire franchise and that launched 1,000,000 ships. Because my goodness, where would we be without Miss Asiago herself? Because it's, to say the least, it's a wonderful time to say the least. Because it's like, I haven't personally thought about the game, about Taimanin Asagi 1 in like many years. Because it introduces so much in the first place. But it almost feels like they did not expect it to be such a hit. And to have them such a gigantic franchise on their hands. But that's how it turned out for the most part. And frankly, I wouldn't have it any other way. So I would wholeheartedly encourage everybody to go read that, because while it does introduce all the fancy stuff we all know and love today, since it's the first part of the whole franchise, they introduce things like all the story stuff, the animosity between Oboro and Asagi, Black himself, and everything else inside. Because honestly, it's like there's only like a few lore important games in the whole franchise. It's like 1, 2, and 3, and that's about it. Everything else is like a bunch of side story content that adds to the world. That's good. Because Corona, normally when you're drinking it, it tastes like crap, but then you put the lime in it and suddenly it's really good. I guess the limes help counteract it in the first place. Female ninjas really are the coolest thing in the world. I mean, look at this. We're playing with female ninjas right now. That's good. Poised for about a 3. I don't know, but there's just something that very special that Taimanin really got. It was probably just a very good case of right time in the right place. The room place, essentially. Because obviously, like Taki from Soul Calibur, or was it Taki? Taki from Soul Calibur, she is like, you know, the proto Taimanin. Obviously, like they have, it's not like skins, they invented skin suits or something. It's just that they just so happen to have a very, very appealing design for them. Like they have Sakura's youthful outfit, and then Sagi's more mature, naked but not naked style, which is what really probably sold it in the first place. And let's not forget, unless we forget the whole fact that they really sell the haughty, like the HAUGHTY angle with hot women. Because like Asagi in that is a much more grounded person, but she's very serious about, like, you know, wanting to finally quit the ninja lifestyle and finally settle down. But just like any person involved with crime, whether that be the law or the criminal side of things, you just can't get out of that lifestyle. And well, we all see how that turned out. Dude, Mr. Fancy Fiance himself turned into a fucking meatball, and then it's like, alright, life just sucks for him, to say the least. Three one. Alright. I mean, who's to say the ninjas just aren't cool in general? Since we have a new Ninja Gaiden game for the first time in like so many years. That's not like a remake. That's not like a rehash or something. It's literally a numbered sequel for the most part. Mirabelle, that. Does she have anything else? We don't need the healing. I need healing. Oh goodness. Have any of you guys sat down and actually read Taimanin Nasagi 1? Because I'll be honest with you, I have not read that for like over 10 years at this point. Because I remember the English version, a wonderful man, I think like Rattan Man or something like that. He translated that all the way back in like, I think it's either like 2008 or 2009. And then obviously, most people's first exposure is the movies itself. That made a dramatic difference in like every single aspect, because it gave it's a really high quality feature, and not to mention it's also it's multiple parts. It's very high quality. It's very visceral too. It captures the sort of energy that is in those scenes within the visual, like the eroge itself, and everything else inside it too. It's a very grim world. Everything sucks out there, so they really just managed to hit it off pretty well, which I like it so much. I'm just really glad they managed to keep that same sort of energy with the Ingrid sequel too, because she gets it like even worse. It impresses me, to say the least. It is neat to see though, like how the art style for Kagami though has evolved over time, because Kagami's art style has certainly changed throughout like the course of time and in history. It quite literally changed throughout time. In Taimanin Nasagi 1, it's a very softer art style. Everybody is a lot more grounded in terms of like body parts, features, and just about everything else. When they go into the sequels though, they get much more into they start building much more heavily into the whole destruction and disgusting angle. So they start including like new and inventive ways. Like new and inventive ways of just like being gross or extremely violent. Because that's what they spend a lot of the sequel doing, is it's just a lot of torture. It's a lot of torture, but they introduce like important lore aspects too. Which is certainly like, I wouldn't have expected it to turn out that way, but it certainly did. Thanks, Tokiko. There we go, 3-5. That's about what I expected. Because everybody usually when I talk to people about this series is like if they've actually sat down and like read them, usually the peak of Kagami's art is at Taimanin Nasagi 3, where everything's cleaned up, all the characters are there doing their thing, but it's mostly the art is at its cleanest and it's at its most professional looking. Because everything else beforehand, it's like if you see Kagami's like previous specific illustrations regarding like, you know, fan content he does for One Piece and other things in the first place, you'll see like, you know, everything that happens after Taimanin Nasagi 1 gets much sharper and like harder angles. Like we can obviously see it with who's a really good example? Miss Asagi herself. They painstakingly recreated the Kagami face, which is extremely sharp features for your more mature women. And then you go to someone like Tokiko or Sakura. I think Tokiko's like closer or something because she has stuff equipped. Because it's like Ingrid, she's obviously one of those. She has the sharp face and features because she's supposed to be the hottie that gets the hot lady that gets broken up. Same with Oboro. Especially with Kara as well. Like she's obviously supposed to be a level-headed vampire lady, but gets broken in half like it's professional wrestling. They gave her the backbreaker in more ways than one. Like same with Murasaki. Like you can tell that with just about any sort of like mature featured character that's in Taimanin's. Because then you have like characters like Sakura. I think Hebiko is one of them. And then we have, no, not Yukikaze. Sakura, Yukikaze. Oh no, that's because Sakura, Hebiko, Tokiko, they all have like smoothed out rounder eye features. It's hard to tell with Tokiko there, because they're designed inherently to have like softer features, to be like a younger version of a character or something. So that's why they like, you can usually tell the difference by how they want to portray a character, because there are several other Kagami characters as well that have the soft features but are supposed to be a more serious look. It's more specifically like with Marika from Kara the Bloodlord. It's like, I can't, because she's supposed to be this serious, super powerful assassin lady, but it doesn't really take off with you because she's, one, getting folded over like a wet piece of paper whenever things happen. Well, not so much necessarily. Her physical prowess is shown off, but it's also more about along the lines of, oh, she manages to get herself into trouble, and then great things happen. Well, great is a very subjective term in terms of like that. That's true. Let's switch to Francis. We don't need that. We're drinking alcohol today. Let's celebrate Labor Day the best way we know how, with our drunken Oni herself. I wish I had this, but I did not want to buy. I did not want to buy into the whole fact that we need package weapons to make the character better, because it does actually make her better. In fact, it just triples her damage output, but she still sucks. Why do they have to do this to you, girl? Drunkard's Rage. Let's use that. That, and we need a third one. Not bosses. I need the one for demons. There it is. In some occasions, though, it does feel better to use Francis than it does Kara. She just so annoying sometimes. However, I have found pretty solid use for Francis in Arena, because if the enemies are able to avoid her, she has a really hard time of doing stuff. But if she doesn't have it, if the enemies can't avoid her, like in the arena with a fixed plane, yeah, she's able to do that. Look at her, she's moving so fast. She's able to do pretty incredible things in there. It looks quite serious. Seriously good foxy grandma out here. Oh yeah, I made a tweet about this earlier, is that earlier this week we had the newsletter come out, and and it had, like, you know, information about the things coming out in September, which is good. I like it when they have the information about this sort of stuff. But the thing is, it's like, whenever they give a newsletter, I usually wait about like a couple of hours, like when I go home, to go check out, it's like gamer.ne, which is a website that has, like, you know, information about various games and everything. What I usually am looking forward to with that is, whenever they have information introducing a new character or a renewal, they will have information about the passive or things that are going to change. They, because they put out an article about what changes are going to be more apparent with Francis, and then they have the rest of the newsletter is the same, like the stuff we get on the like in the email. So it makes me think, like, why did they do that? Why is there a reason why they just withhold the information to like every other language? It almost makes me wish, like, I need to sign up for the newsletter in Japanese to, like, see if there's a difference, because they do that in the first place. It's like, are they withholding information to like the worldwide audience side of things and then keep it to like JP server until other news sources get it? Because I certainly don't like having to find out about the I certainly don't like finding out that, oh, if I just switch to another language, it I end up finding out more information that is like withheld in other languages. Protect the VIP from enemy attack. That's more or less my thing about it, is because, like, why do they have to do that in the first place? Because it talked about how, like, with, what is it called? With Annerose's renewal, she's supposed to be getting this sort of new, she gets a passive that every every fourth skill, like she creates every skill usage, she gets one stack of this new resource that she gets, and then with it, she's able to use her finisher off in some aspect without having it equipped. That's pretty good information to know. I mean, it's like, usually we end up finding out this information in the first place, like, because they posted, the newsletter gets posted the week before, the next week is like the update in the first place. So it's not exactly like, you know, a big deal in the sense of, oh no, we're gonna have to wait a month for this information. It's like less than a week actually. But it's the fact that information is withheld, even though they send out a newsletter every time. It's like, how does this one specific website get the dead-on accurate information regarding what's going to be changing? I don't know. I just make Taimanin videos. I'm just more or less like wondering about that in the first place. But now my question to you guys though is like, when did you guys discover most like for Taimanins in the first place? Did you discover it because of Action Taimanin, or through the movies? Like, did you actually sit down and read the visual novels or something? Because for me, I discovered it on the 4chan hentai board years and years ago, when they first were like releasing their translations and everything about it. I honestly thought it would be like a type of thing that like stays somewhat underground for the most part, because it mostly has. It hasn't had a lot of like Western traction besides in like niche circles, which like has both helped and hindered it in the first place. And most of the hindrance actually just comes from the company itself. Because that was like the time where I learned, like, okay, in order to play eroge stuff, you have to learn how to run the game as administrator, switch your computer into Japanese locale so you can actually get the proper so the text can display properly. And then the rest is history. The thing I liked about them though is like, at least for the visual novel side of them, they're not long. They're really short. Like, you know, you go through like the one time and then you do all the scenes, you take all the branching paths and stuff like that, and then it's like when you're all done, you know, you finish up and clean everything like that, you go back and read them. When you actually sit down and read them, they take like 3-4 hours. That's it. You'll be done before you know it. Because it's like I'm still in the middle of reading like this one visual novel, and it kind of makes me appreciate that it's like the people who like make eroge have to get like, they're obviously more focused on the physical side of things, but it's like when the information needs to get out there, they get it out there in the most succinct way possible. We don't need to wax poetic about anything. And here's a really good thing about it. You want to know how I can tell that like the OVAs for Taimanin have like this really specific timeless quality about them? You go to like the Burus or any like R34 site, and you will always see somebody re-uploading the all the scenes from Taimanin Asagi 1 from the videos themselves. And they are always in either like really awful quality, or they're like these really, or like they do like a 60 FPS interpolation, and it looks kind of bad. That's one of my, like, one thing I would do, like I did this a few weeks ago, is like I wanted to look up some new Asagi art, so I went over there and checked like animateds. I put like the animated tag in there and see what happens with it. For Asagi at least, because in all of her movies she's there. Like, there's like, I think, what, 700 results, and they're all clips of the same scenes in the movie. But you get to see over time, like, the resolution increases. It gets faster. They have more scenes to get over there, and it's not like just specific gifs and anything like that. Get up, Francis! The found footage style really like sells the disgusting and visceral nature of the series. It's like it did a fantastic job of portraying like what it's all about. Well, at least from like the bad end scenes for the most part. Because from like a story aspect, it does nothing for it. Because at least in 1, it just introduces a lot of stuff, and it's a lot of contrivance. It's only in like 2 and 3 where they really started to go like, we've got a lot of plot going on here. Though, one thing I would like to see, like, no, this is like a little bit off from Taimanin's, but it's still like adjacent, is that like My Doll, or Faye, as everybody like to call them. I don't think anybody ever adapts their manga or the doujinshi for those, because I never see anything for it, because like, I have one open right here. It's a Kyuketsu Jokosh, was it Kyuketsu Jokoyushi no Kenzoku Sekatsu? Or it's a Lessons with a Vampire. Because it's like, I like vampires. They're probably one of my favorite undead archetypes, next to the like skeletons or like a lich or something. Because like, anytime I can do anything with like an undead class, I'll do that. But nobody really says like, yeah, let's adapt some of like My Doll's like work or something into an animated feature. Because I imagine like obviously they've got to get in contact with the artists so they can, you know, approve them making it in the first place. But there are just so many franchises that really need to sort of like, I would like to see an adaptation for them in the first place. Look at that, Francis is the real ninja. I fucking hate this weapon so much. It's such like, it is the answer that she needs so very badly, but it's also, it's like, it's not it's good, but also not good. Like, it triples her damage. You need all copies. You need max copies to make it actually worth a damn. But it's like, the hell does this have to happen for? Just make her a solid character. Like, this is the same thing with Kara. If I would not be surprised if her weapon ends up turning out to be like, oh, yeah, it fixes her up. Or it ends up being like I don't know, you can't even call it a side grade. A side grade is as a term like reserved for characters who are super strong. Like with Ragnarok, you call her weapon a side grade. With Francis or like Kara, they're direct upgrades because their alternatives are so poor. Yep, that's true. The newest Taimanin content in terms of like a visual novel is TA0. And obviously that's been forever and a day since that released. Because it's obviously supposed to be like, you know, the reboot of the series. Hence the Zero moniker. It's like it's like a Resident Evil situation where it's like it's a prequel, it's a sequel prequel. But either way, it ends up just turning out to be like it's so disappointing. Duration of intoxicate. Oh yeah, that's right. Because you can't have any other skills with Francis. You need her 4th slot to do anything. Because you always have to have Onigoroshi, Demon Render, Raging Shuten. Because it's like, it wants you to play with specifically the Drunken Oni playstyle. So if you're going to have the 4th slot, you need like, where's the extreme dodge? Because she'll never use 6 Heavens Demise. Like this. This is actually like it's kind of cracked to say the least. It lasts a while. But it's like terrible. Yes, and we don't get anything with Cerberus because they because I don't know, it's just like he's like G-Mean is like, I forget what the artist name is that for is, where they made like that custom animation for Ingrid getting totally like spit roasted by Cerberus or something. It's a pretty good quality. But it's like, it's a typical like Western art. It's like Western art of an Eastern franchise situation. No, Resident Evil 0. Resident Evil 0! That is a prequel sequel. Get him, Francis. Get him, girl. Get him, girl. Whack his ass off. Can you believe it though? We're gonna have a Resident Evil. I think it's like 9 or 10 at this point. I'm like, what the hell? Yeah, let's use Francis's ultimate because she just never gets to use it. Francis, you gotta explode. You gotta explode. Well, also, there's a wonderful news for us Asagi friends. They're releasing another Asagi ASMR. It's part of their ASMR series they've been doing for like the last year and a half. I'm happy about it. They're very very high quality. They sound nice. They're super good. But once again, Lilith is behind the times, and they do not include scripts with the ASMR when you get them, so you've got to like infer what's going on. show their love story. It's like, no, I don't like Murasaki very much. I could do without her in the first place. I understand people really enjoy that sort of stuff with them. Like, I don't. It's not for me. From like her character to her like her to like a Murasaki's design, I just don't. I'm not much a fan of her. I use her here because she's good, but it's like I don't really care too much about her. Like, she's my problem solver. Like, it's a very business-minded relationship. Ah, Francis, no. It's very good. It's like, it's modern Kagami, where it actually combines the features of the sharp face and also the rounded soft look. It makes Asagi look much younger than she actually is, which is fantastic. I wish we got like Asagi's headmistress outfit, the one that she uses in RPGX in AT, because she has like the original, like, you know, office style suit that she wears for her headmistress outfit in the game. But in here, it's like, because I don't think they created that headmistress outfit until like many years later. So it was like, there we go. That's an outfit pack I would obviously get because Asiago's #1 fan out here. We gotta be repping the set. Come on, you disgusting bastard. I mean, well, no, they actually, I can't say they didn't release any OVA content in the last few years, because they released, do they have boss info for this? Of course not. They released the compilation of Taimanin Asagi 1 through 3 scenes with Asagi, because I have that one. And they also did the same with Ingrid, where they did, it's like remake versions, but it's like 30 minutes long, where it's like it's like a best of compilation of scenes, and then adds a new one at the very end. They did that with both Ingrid and Asagi. I think they may have done that with other people, but they just haven't done too much with it in the first place, because that's all the information we've got. They mostly just focus their resources towards like this game, RPGX, and that's about it. Because every time they tried like a new venture or something, it doesn't turn out well. It's actually just like, I'll go over there to the other tab, because I want to look like, because like now I have like the Lilith website open. Volume 9 Taimanin ASMR Asagi Soapland Adventure. There we go. Oh cool, they have like the renewal stuff, because they have the B2 tapestry, and specifically they also have like the one Asuka Dakimakura I've been looking for since like the first couple of years since the TA3 release, because it was promotional equipment for that. Let's go to the store, see if there's any new stuff. This is the bunny mission event. Oh my god, wow, they really went all out with this one. It's they got Asagi with her big boots. Well, it's actually her shoes. Oh, cool. That's a remake of the original one. That's awesome. Because I've seen copies of that, but they cost so much. Let's see. Well, I mean, this game more or less keeps that sort of like bad behavior, bad actor stuff out in the first place, because everybody who like really enjoys this franchise is super old. Not like, oh, they're like decrepit, you know, fossils. They're gonna be in their 30s. Like a lot of them are like 30, like close to 30 and beyond. Like in October, I'll be 29 years old. I discovered this when I was like, I think, what, 13 years old? So it's like you grow up with it. Oh, Francis isn't getting any kind of bonus out of this. Let's give her some boosts. Increase the damage dealt by a boss. Asiago watches over us. Yeah, that's the good old-fashioned. You've been watching too much of that stuff when you were a child. Yeah, we'll do that. No, actually, we need critical hit rate because that's what matters the most when you use that. Excuse me, I have that. Do I not? No, that's really, these are like the really specific supporters I don't have. Damage dealt to suppressed enemies. There we go. Because I'm pretty sure Francis is assist. Yeah. Try being 40. Well, I'm trying not to be 40. Not just yet, at least. Wow, guys, look. See, Francis is good. Look how good she is, everybody. Oh my god, she's like incredible builds. Oh my god, so strong and good. Like, all you need is extremely limited equipment, built up resources, and everything else. No, when I finished high school, that was like that was 10 years ago. When Taimanin Asagi 3 came out, I think I was just in like I was still in high school. And it only got an English translation when I finished high school. This game came out in 2019 in Japanese, and that was like several years after I had left high school at that point. I was already working and everything like that. The diabolical child. Oh, we're pretty good there, Darth Neo. Just talking about, since it's the 20th anniversary about Taimanins, we're just blogging all day about Taimanin aspects, which is probably one of my favorite things to do because I just love it so much. Well, we just finished the bonus stage with Francis in tow, because that girl knows how to do it well. I guess that's probably why they wanted to coincide the release of like this new ASMR content with the series 20th anniversary. Of course, it's obviously got to fit with, like, you know, with Asagi in the first place, because everybody's favorite old lady is still moving numbers, still taking #1 spots over there on DL site like she don't know nobody. Emily. It's me, Emily. I use my Fujibayashi Uno, and then it's I go out and explode. See, that's my favorite part about Tipsy, is that it automatically moves you, so it doesn't care about confusion. Taimanin RPG Song Collection, which is pretty neat because they have Shisui, they've got Amane, and they have Young, and they have Future Asuka. Oh, I gotta sneeze. Oh, I can feel it coming. The demons. The demons are in my nose. Yeah, they don't own it. So they're just using it from there because that's why it's so very hard for them. That's why they try to do that whole make sure you can purchase annerose for your own good. It's like, and it's a whole bunch of hooey. That's why it was such a big deal when it happened. Well, I mean, Lilith is the company itself that does everything. They just have different facets of their company. Like, Black Lilith is specifically for their more hardcore division with non-animated features. Anime Lilith is when they do specific live 2D content or fancy GIFs inside their VNs itself. And then it's it's weird, but they have like several features about them. Because like I have their website open right now. Go finish this and read some more. Because I can't put it on there or else I get my account knocked. Well, Inner Brain is even further up because they own, what is it? They own Gremory. They own Lilith. And Pixie is their animation studio, that's it. And then they have, because it's like what Gremory is specifically for their safe for work ventures for the most part. It's a bit tough, it's a tough call. But it's like, it's weird. They're a very strange company with it. Oh, they have new stuff out there. Like we have the Taimanin Venus collection, which is the acrylic stands that we all know and love so very much. That they are. It's supposed to be like the Venus on the Mound or whatever it is. That classic art. Like they have the shell. They have the characters are naked. They and they're standing there. They even have like a recreated version, like what you would do with like the dioramas in the game, and they have like Asagi promoting it. $6,600 for that. Oh, it's a towel. Wow, that's kind of rough. My goodness. Because it's a very detailed illustration printed onto a towel. Yeah, the 20th anniversary was just a tweet. The acrylic ass clock, that was a Comiket special, which was about like 2 weeks ago. You could pick one of those up there. Because I saw that, it's like that's the kind of stuff. It's like there it is. I always end up saying that at some point when they release merchandise where it's makes me think like, ah man, they're losing the plot again. They're doing this like stupid like nonsensical stuff, and then they have the ass clock and the pussy salt, and I'm like, okay, they still got it at the core. They just need to make it a bit more palatable, I guess. That's kind of crazy though, wow. If the timing is just right, Francis can finish her entire basic string, and then you can activate Onigoroshi at the end of it. For those of you though that have like the actual EXEs for the VNs themselves, you can do a pretty cool thing where like I talked about this when Kara released, is like if you go to the Kara the Bloodlord page on like the link to the Kara the Bloodlord page on that like is inside the VN itself, you can go over there and get a nice time capsule of what it was like when that released, because they have all that information in there, the website is still maintained too. It's like it still exists and everything like that. They didn't like discontinue it or nothing. Well, I don't know. These little girls, a little bit sussy to say the least, and they're real gluttons for punishment. I guess that's why they act out so much by pulling their pranks and shit. But I mean, look at this. Like, Francis does god-awful damage. Like, I can try my fucking hardest and to, like, do anything for her, and she doesn't hit worth a damn. Of course not. Everybody say you can start a zombie outbreak. It's like it's a Resident Evil, starring Minasaki and Lilim. Oh, they have like the special Taimanin Ona holes, which are only really good for actually just using it normally. No, they're not good for using actually. They're just good to say you have it. They got the acrylic. They got the art piece, the stand. They got the Comic Cat shirts. What do they have for that? Because I think I saw they had a couple of designs. They have oh cool. They have the Asagi t-shirt that has the promotional art from Taimanin Asagi 3 where it shows off her gigantic ass. One of my favorite pictures ever from the whole series is that. Because I think they actually have like a B2 tapestry of that one specifically. If they base it off of her intoxication, that would be really great. Because normally by itself, it's just, all it is just, like, it does give a scaling buff with, oh, you give 5% more damage with each stack. And then when you hit 5, you get the 30% buff and everything else. And then it gets wiped out. Because that's how intoxication, that's how Tipsy works. Intoxicate is just a flat buff. You still don't have any of the bonuses that Tipsy gives. But I mean, it's a lipstick on a pig situation, because I can give her all of these gigantic buffs in the world, and if her base values aren't very good, she just won't be useful in the first place. Oh, I broke the timing. It's on sale for $55. Shit, that's $50 for a t-shirt. Acrylic stand, the Ahego badge button. Is it really 2 words? In the Taimanin Venus Series 1, it's like, that's the promotional art for Taimanin Asagi 3. They have consistently milked Taimanin Asagi 3 for the past, like, 12, what is it, 2012 when that released? So 13 years they've spent working on that for sure. This bratty lost child laughing at these adults. They need correction. They need revolving back correction. They need a blood fist retribution to really set things straight for these little assholes. Oh yeah, Darth Neo's got some AT merch. Do you guys have any Taimanin merch in the first place? Because I only have a few, and I know I've talked about that before. Because I love what I picked up. Because myself, I have I think I have two physical copies of some of their like visual novels. I don't have the videos. I don't have, but I have like 3 Dakimakers of them, and like some of the ASMR CDs too. They're not like any of the, no, not ASMR. It's the they don't, that's what it's like. Oh my god, they're not called ASMR. They're drama CDs, because that's what they used to be called in the first place. But now we just call them that. But either way, those are really, really cool. And like Taimanin merch is always, they've certainly perfected like their merchandising model. I can say that at least, because like their website's very clean, it's sleek. Everything in the shop works very well. They respond to it quickly, because that's what makes them the most money. Like Innerbrain over here, like Lilith, the Lilith Company and Gremory, they've got all the resources you can imagine, and it's like that's really what's keeping them afloat. I can't order directly from there, because when I tried the first time all these years ago, I can't. They don't accept international orders. You have to go through an order proxy service. I use like jpshopping.jp. They do just fine for me. They've worked every time, and I've had no problems, because I've used it for both of my Ingrid stuff, the original visual novel, the visual novels and stuff, and other things as well that I can't pick up, that they don't do international shipping for. Like, oh, cool, perfect. Is like right here they have this Tapestry and Special CD. One is a re-release, the Sakura and Murasaki special from like I think 7 years ago, and then the other one is I think a new one with Shiranui Tentacle Punishment. That one is I think it's a re-release. I'm not quite sure. It may be new, because I don't pay attention too much to Super Mom, to Liquid Mom out here very much. Oh yeah, they'll release a Yukikaze plushie, but they won't do anything for Sakura or Asagi. Where's my Asagi plushie? Where's that at? Despicable. Terrible even. Most of the stuff there is not worth ordering. It's just, a lot of it's extremely expensive. Like, that's why it takes many years before I'll go like buy something else, because for one, it's like the drama CDs themselves, I think are like, if you have to buy the CDs aftermarket, because they're as bonuses for certain items, specifically Dakimakuras and Tapestry. Those Tapestries are like $30 a piece, and then the drama CD itself is like, if you try to sell it individually, it's like $20. What's up there, Jeff? We're just since we're celebrating the Taimanin franchise on its 20th anniversary the best way we know how, talking about merchandise. Because it's like they have some new stuff. Can I go to the news section? I guess I can't. Blood can't even fucking read. Like, there we go. That's perfect, because it's like right by, just scrolled with this. It's talking about like, okay, there's the Kurenai Dakimakura rerun, the and then like the Taimanin ASMR. It's a tapestry. It's two discs. Blood at 2 discs. And then the renewal. Each of those Dakimakuras is released again with their respective drama CDs. Yes, Taimanin Asagi 1 released in October of 2005. Though I think they're more or less celebrating the 20th anniversary, because I think it's like they had like the first announcement there in the first place with it in September. Well, it's like the very end of August. Because I remember specifically Taimanin Asagi 1's release is close to my birthday. Go, Francis, go. 2 discs. What the fuck are we doing with 2 discs in like this modern age? We have Blu-ray discs that hold 150 gigabytes, and you're telling me we have to have 2 CDs for this. This ain't fucking Final Fantasy VIII. Yeah, they have like the Rinko statue they just showed on the top banner over there, and it looks like a garage kit. Well, it looks like a garage kit because it's like it's very low saturation, and like Rinko's supposed to look like she's covered in oil, but the thing is, like, you can have the high gloss effect and still look pretty good. Two disc. Who do you think you are? Wait a minute. Is it Red Dead Redemption 2? Is it there's disc 1 is the play disc and disc 2 is the installation disc? Because I used to have a couple of games when I was a kid that had that. Because I remember specifically SimCity 3000 had an installation disc, and you played using the other disc. It was really funny. Alright, I gotta go find the Foxy Grandma one because I'm not looking very hard right now. Lotion. Audio CD. Oh, that's the songs. Lilith vocal. That's it. That's perfect because the Lilith Vocal Collection album has Taimanin Asagi 3 art, but it also shows all of the categories they have. They have regular Lilith, Black Lilith, Anime Lilith, and Low Lilith. Low Lilith is where Tentacle and Witches is at. Anime Lilith is where they re-release something else, and then they add in gifts and stuff like that. And then they have Black Lilith, where is their hardcore content, and Lilith is their regular content. Stored Bunny Event Mission. Recording by a KU-100. It's got the sucking noises all the time. Taimanin Collection. Taimanin Battle Arena. They haven't released anything on Taimanin TV. Why do they still have the link to the website? Blood. The Asuka cover is like the one I had been looking for the last fucking 12 years. Because it's like they have the re-release. Because it's a re-release of it. It's like, it's so good. It's like, why the hell they gotta do that? Because the aftermarket release of that thing is $350. It's like nobody's paying for that. That's why it's been sitting there on the shelves for months and years. Ain't nobody paying for that. Yeah, it's Asuka. Or it's Asuka for the rest of us pro gamers. How much do I have for this? 16.4. Yeah, I would certainly appreciate an OVA of Mama wa Taimanin because I don't want to play that crap. It's very sad. It's like she's not that relevant. Well, they tried really hard pushing her in Taimanin Nasagi 3. I really like Asuka. I think she's great. She needs to be more relevant. We need more hot robot. I mean, the one scene everybody thinks about in Kurenai is obviously where she's taken into slavery and she's forced to eat like a bowl of shit and everything. It's like, yes, that happens. It's like, I don't under. It's like it's gross, but it's also par for the course for this series. Like I expect them to do that. Does Oi Nagisa not like Asuka? What the fuck is that? I love Asuka. She's great. I love Asuka. She's great. That's the kind of character we need to see that's more relevant in Taimanin. So I mean, look at her. She's a robot, stands for what's right and wrong. She's a beacon of justice. Bratty justice, even. Gotta love her. Gotta love her. Bratty justice. She's a Shupogaki without the Shupo. But she sure is a gaki. Oh look, they have actually a new release that's coming out. It's I think like some sort of. It looks like it's drawn by Kagami. Let's take a look. PC game, Lilith. They have some new titles. This looks like it's drawn by Kagami. I mean, I call her Hot Robot because it's funny. I know she's a cyborg. Cream pie, big tits, pregnancy, group play with sleeping with Netarare. Okay. Oh, it's a Zol feature. Oh no, it's the guy who does the art for what's it called? Sano Toshihide, the same person who does it for Shisui and Katsu. Wow, congratulations. He's actually getting his own VN feature. Very good. It's an NTR selection, but what can you do? Premium bucks. Premium bucks. Code box, even. They can't even. There's an R at the ASMR. Mail order. I forgot about that. That like on the Lilith website they have a mail order section. Like I can send like a postcard to them. Hey, I send them like a money order of $25. Can I have that, please? Tapestry. There it is. Let's see. For new releases, we have Kanade. We have Kurenai. Really putting the number on that poll. It's a Unreal. She is one that looks like it's drawn by one who does for Prune-Healed. That's right. What's the Rodney Dangerfield quote? They get no respect unless you're like Asagi or unless you're Asagi, Yukikaze, or Sakura. Then you actually get some sort of things made about you within your lifetime. That or you're Kiara, and you get like everything made for you. I wouldn't be surprised if they just went out and said like, yeah, we're just gonna make Taimanin Kiara at this point. If there's something I really like about the whole the thing they do for their website, they have really good typesetting. It's like it's really great. What I want to know is where the hell they like. I gotta work hard to find out where they get all their transparent assets, or at least like the original JPEG, so you could cut out the stuff. Because cutting out the backgrounds for like Taimanin stuff in the first place is a fucking nightmare. That's why I was like, I'm very happy that it's like I can use an asset viewer to go get them out of like Action Taimanin, because my goodness, they make you work to get PNGs. The Kiara OVA would be like legitimately incredible. There's Saya, Michaela, Kiara, the Micah one from last year, Sussy Shisui. Oh, there's the Psycho one where it's Psycho and Amane released at the same time. I remember when this one released. Because the Psycho tapestry, it's the one where she wears the bunny outfit. I don't know why that's not in the game yet. Is it in the game? I'm pretty sure it's not. I'm pretty sure I have like most of her costumes in the first place. Yeah, here it is. I was like, because this is the one where it's oh, you can't. You can turn it off. Because you can do this. No, Saika, I went the wrong way. I went the wrong way with your best outfit ever. Literally too based for this world. There it is. Bunny Girl Saika. Because this outfit is in RPGX, and you get to see her gigantic robot legs. That's in there. Because I'm like, wow. I think everybody would like an Ingrid sequel. That would be really nice. Well, I mean, it's not like Ingrid doesn't get content, because I think it's like, what, every year she gets something. Like it's not like Ingrid has gone hungry. Baby girl certainly gets fed. To create a non-H Taimanin game featuring new story mode complete with cinematic cutscenes. I'd like for them to make an Action Taimanin sequel, because they this game is certainly showing its age at this point. I just wish they would like take the money that they've earned from so many years of merchandise sales, gacha sales and everything like that, and do like a Stellar Blade situation where they spend like the time and the effort to create something very special. Like this, it really needs it. But the thing is, it's like the people at Lilith really like the copy trends, and they I would really not want like for it to end up being a factor of, oh, they just end up copying Genshin Impact or Wuthering Waves or something. And I'm like, oh, stop. That's the last thing I want, is like, because I'll be honest, I kind of enjoy it when the game has a lot of menus and it relegates the action to like specific stages, because if there's one thing I just like absolutely detest about these like open world gacha type games is that you have to walk to you're walking to menus, when in reality these could have been sorted out by like menus in the first place. I don't want to do that. Because it's like, I was playing Zenless a lot, and now since they had a 2.0 update, it's like it fucked up so much, and I can't play it anymore. because it just drops down to like, because the frame times have increased so much and it keeps stuttering, I can't do it. They can't really call it Action Taimanin 2. They have to go like, call it Action Taimanin New Horizons. There we go. It's vague enough, and it's like, and you can say it's a sequel. No, I would not want. I do not want Fuma as a protagonist ever again, because it's like they don't really know what to do with him. He's very all over the place, because here in AT he's powerless. In Taba and RPGX, he's both powerful and also an asshole, and he's just like, it's a mess everywhere. I mean, in story aspects for RPGX, yeah, he gets grounded and he's a bit more like sane with it. I'm like, he's not very like a likable person, because it's like, no, I would not much for him. They don't, because he's like, he's supposed to be our protagonist, and yet like he's an unlikable person in a world that's also unlikable. So it's like it doesn't work, and yet we still have everything with him. Oh yeah, it's just like they're moving away from Fuma for the most part. It's like there's not much for him. I'm like, ugh. Because at least with here in AT, he is somewhat tolerable. Because it's like whenever you play like Taba scenes or something, or you go to RPGX scenes that involve specifically him, it's like, all right, oh, they're getting drunk. Oh, he's got the medicine. Oh, there he goes. Oh, he's getting his cock out. Oh my god. He's really whipping it to him. Oh, there comes the rape. Oh, all right, we're done. And then it's like, that's always like a part. There's always like two scenes for RPGX. There's like the part 1 scene where it features him, and it is usually kind of mediocre. And then there's the part 2 where it's like fucking balls to the wall action, and it's great. Like there's a Mirabelle one that's really good. Like it's a kimono. It's like Yukata Mirabelle or something. Like she has 2 scenes. It's like one of them is with Fuma, and then one of them is with something else. So they have like, that's why I've always thought they've done it for the most part, is that they just separate them like that, so it alleviates both crowds. Art by Zol. Has Zol made like any new visual novels, at least and stuff like that? I've been trying to find that the Foxy Grandma one. I'm like, where is it? Girl, where are you at? Because I know I've seen that one. Like they were doing a teaser for it. I saw it on their Twitter, and now I can't find it again. That's just how it be. That's just what it do. RPGX. Nah, it's not there. Honestly, Shikanosuke as the protagonist is a lot more enjoyable. At least he's like interesting, because like Shikanosuke has character development, even if it is him getting totally like bracked in the butthole. Oh, let's just clean those out because we're already here with it. The Tabakars were really cool. because they were just a vehicle for like more steps to get the scenes in the first place. Isn't Shikanosuke like 17 years old? I mean, they more or less just don't care about like Rinko's brother, Yukikaze's boyfriend. They're just like, it's not the word is not accidental. It is ancillary. Let's giggle that. Ancillary. Oh wow, that's perfect. Yeah, they're ancillary because they are supporting to the primary activities or operations of an organization, industry, or system. They are there literally just to be there for fodder for both those girls. That's just about it. But now I gotta take a leak. I don't know. That's the whole thing with Fuma in the first place. He just steps on all the lore that's created in the for the most part, just for a plot contrivance that they want to accomplish. He's not good. He's very bad. The daily quest. Oh, we've got tomatoes. The La Tomatina event? Is it really our third time back? Well, shit. Atsuio. Shikinosuke gets both Rin, he gets Shiranui, and he gets Oboro. His ass is never the same. Tomatoes, tomatoes. They don't do anything with her. They don't do nothing with her Tommy gun. Tommy gun. And Snake Lady, yes. Bro, his asshole just now looks like the size of a tomato at this point. Francis. Well, I think that's the whole point of Shikinosuke in the first place, is that he can't. Bro's got static electricity, while his cousin over there's got fucking Metallica Ride the Lightning, but real. Little bro never stood a chance. That is, until he does stand a chance. Because I think it's one of the most recent ones where he summons like Dear God, and then he's finally like, I'm in, bros, I'm in. And he spit roasts his opponents. It's like, that's my boy right there. He's going from the raper to the rapey to the raper. Oh, I missed my input. I missed my fucking input. Yeah, that's actually like I think in the first or second Taimanin Asagi game. Like they that's also examined with Murasaki's brother, because he's the hero to people. It's like the late bloomer series, because he found his Taimanin powers, but he's a man himself as well, but he's also like blind and everything else. Shkazoom. I won't lie, whenever I see like a company release acrylic stands, it's like one of my least favorite things they can do, because it's like it's so cheap, and it's like why? Like I just can't get down with it in the first place. It's like, why do they have this? This is not good. Bark, bark, bark. I don't know. I don't like acrylic stands because it's It's literally just the same PNG that they would do, but they put it in like acrylic plastic and a little stand. It costs probably about less than $1 to make, and it's sold for like 45 times the price. It's like the perfect example of cost effectiveness in like merchandising business because it's something so simple to make, yet it sells on volume. It's so simple to make, sells on volume, and you can just, it's very modular too. So you can change it as you need to be to like keep that constant flow of income in there. But it's like, I hope you use that money to go make other really high quality stuff. Because like for every acrylic stand, like every 5 acrylic stands, there's like 1 tapestry. Or not, in like every 10 acrylic stands, it's a Dakimakura. Like there's just so many Golden Pass stuff that I skip out on because like I don't care about the character, or it's just like Golden Pass is like prohibitively expensive like in most situations. Like I think this one, I got the one for Mirabelle because I like her. And most other times it's like there is just no way that I want this. Because they typically offer just really poor rewards. And it just makes me hope that, alright, I hope you're taking this money and making something good with it. Or like you're trying to sell your hawking them goods, but all you're just hawking is a loogie in some cases. Like, I won't lie, Ingrid's Techwear package outfit kinda sucks. That is not worth $45. Because I mean, the alternative for Taimanins in like sort of like an action sense is like RPGX, but I don't want to play a turn-based game. At least where, I don't know, I have like certain moments for like way to, for stuff I like about, what's it called? Like places where I want RPGs, if like I'm playing a tactics game like Metal Gear Acid or Final Fantasy Tactics, where I know it's going to be slow and it's like I can come in there predicting that. And then you have like this where Action Taimanin is probably the best translation of the entire series since forever, because we actually get to see the girls being successful. I don't want to play RPGX because it's just like a Grand Blue menu simulator, and it doesn't feel good to play. Oh no, I'm Avalon, I certainly understand. I'm going to pick up myself Techwear Ingrid because I'm not missing Ingrid stuff. Corporate Warrior is like the gold, is like one of the gold standards for me for paid outfits, because that is incredible. That's, I got my like all my favorite features and everything I like put together. And then you have Techwear Ingrid, where it's like, this should have really been a 300 gem outfit that you run as a seasonal. We have like Sukiban Ingrid or whatever. And like Techwear is like, if it really was going to look like Techwear, I would honestly expect it to look something like Azusa, where she looks like something out of, you know, Diaper Punk Edge Runners or something. Hello, Francis. Knock it out of the park, baby. What is even the supporter? I forget what the supporter does for the new Ingrid. The new Ingrid. Oh, I usually like to wait for these so they all start together. They call it steampunk. Yeah, we'll call it something else. Where is she? There we go. Ingrid's best outfit for the fall. One Day Job Ingrid is so good. It's like, wow. Incredible. This is great. You get the cool braid. She got the low-rise pants. She's got the holster over there that goes on her belt. She's got the fun sporty pants. She's got the giggles. She can let her hair down. She can put it up. She can take it off. It's like, wow, that's great. Can't color the top very well either. But then she's got like tech wear, where I'm like, this is so weird. I'm like, I know I can take it off, but this is actually a new hairstyle for her, so I'm excited for that. You can let her hair down. You can take it off, put it on, and it's like, it's quite literally just okay at best. I keep putting off Trader Night. I've been doing it for so many years because they keep making new costumes for characters I like. How long does this last? Yeah, she looks like Scorpion. She looks like Noob Saibot, but like black. Where's the shop? Pasikages. Techwear Night. This is until September 15th. And that is... four, 11. Okay, that's perfect actually. Good. Sorry, I'm calculating it out. I gotta figure out where is what's the aspects of techwear Ingrid? When does hers end? Because I did the same thing with Mirabelle, because it's like, all right, I'll just wait until I get paid for that, clear out all the bills and see what's left over. We get Back Alley Ingrid. Because I remember I saw this, I'm like, oh, this is our limited but not limited for the month. So it's like each crit increases damage dealt by 9 to 18%, 9 by 18 for 5 seconds, increases critical damage. So it's critical damage and crit stuff in red, which is really good. It's actually a quite solid supporter for the most part. I can appreciate that one, and it's actually it's more or less a total war supporter because you aren't using this shit in VR like ever. Oh, come on. I remember reading something like a long time ago that was along the lines of Ingrid does not score very well like in Japan. Like, she does all right for the most part. Like, she's a very middle of the pack character, but she's like a very chart topping character here in like in the western side of the franchise, because for one, she's for the most part all we know about her in the first place. But like, everybody loves Ingrid. I like Mirabelle. I like Eleanor. I like my brown woman team. Oh, Phantasma too. Yeah, Techwear Night. I just don't like how they put like the mask on there. You can literally tell it's like a 3D object they just created and just like put on her face. It looks kind of bad. I'm glad you can take it off and move the shoulders, but it's just like, also, what is this? Did they mess that up or something? Because it's like she got punched in the stomach or whatever. Reverse Inferno. You like Kara Red? Dude, you are a brave man for going Kara Red. I could not Kara a lot for that in the first place. That's 8 pounds of ass in a 5-pound bag, and I ain't carrying that shit, dude. That is a legitimately horribly awful experience. And then you have Green Kara. Well, it's like Kara has like spent thousands of years being the lord of all blood, and then she gets taken out by a guy with this tiny little like 45 caliber pistol or something. It's a fucking Goku versus Saiyan Larry moment. It's like, girl, she got schooled by that. Because, like, Kara's like, oh, I'm going to have my blood spikes. Oh, no, I got kicked in the face by a fucking robot. Ugh. I hate that they really just made Kara just... She's weak, but not weak. Like, she does horrifyingly strong amounts of damage, but then she has, like, the offset ability of, oh, you have to work so hard to get it. You have to work so hard to get to it. Because, like, by herself, she, like, struggles so much. And then you put her into group content, and she's, like, she's slow and will get the job done, but she hits so hard, it's like, what are we even doing here? Why are we here? Just to suffer? Oh, look, it's another Evil Bloom effect change. Because this weapon is like, Evil Bloom changes and every hit increases critical hit rate by 2% for 10 seconds. So this maxes out at 4, so that's 40% critical rate boost for 10 seconds. And increases damage dealt by 10% and speed by 10%. So that's fixed 10 and modular 10. So that's good. So it's just it's a pretty solid upgrade there. I guess they really want to make Ingrid more usable during Total War. But lest we forget that Ingrid does not have armor, and she really likes... She's in the same boat as, like, Kara. But at least with Ingrid, she has ranged options and can solve her problems. Like, Ingrid is consistently very strong because of this. Whereas Evil Bloom... Like, you need a 2-set in order to get it in the first place. That's why you gotta run it all together. Like, it's a critical modifier. Like, it's a critical modifier skill. And it says, what, the critical hit rate lasts 10 seconds? Let's see. What's 30% of... times 15? 4.5, 15. So you have... Oh, cool. So you have half a second of downtime. It makes the skills coincide together. Oh, of course, they had to give it the back alley title. That's what Ingrid does. She's out here. It's not like Yuka Kaze and Rinko where it's like, we're going over undercover as prostitutes. It's supposed to be like gangster Ingrid. Actually, let's find out by leveling up the supporter and giving ourselves an ability to see what the fuck's going on with it. Ingrid, can you show us the way? Because Double Dragon, gotta love Ignis. It's way too good for way too powerful for its own good. No, we need to Mech Sword, Reverse Inferno. I mean, if I had the outfit, I'd use the outfit, but, well, let's just say I don't. I won't lie. Sometimes, like, for the most part, they kind of took out some of the, like, the more personality with a few of these, like, the weapon-ready animations. I don't know. The outfit's just okay to me. It doesn't make me go, like, eh. It doesn't make me go, uh-oh, booba, like with Corporate Warrior. Or Christmas Ingrid is funny because it makes it look like Nights into Dreams. Swimsuit Ingrid, even though it's pretty mediocre, it's still a good-looking swimsuit for her. And obviously, Yukata Ingrid is like the peak of the mountain right there. Because it's from Taba, and it's still one of her best-looking outfits ever. It's really great. Let's give you something to smile about, Ingrid. Well, you can't use that supporter. There we go. We'll give annerose Vagina because she's getting a renewal next week. I forgot about that because I'm not gonna lie. The last time I've ever used annerose was when we needed her for an event, and that's about it. I don't care about her at all. Because I wanted to show, like, hey, that's all she's got. I'm very certain that people out there have worked hard and and gassed up her in the first place, but it's like I just can't do it, man. I've watched her movies, I've read the visual novel, I have her in the game, and I'm like, nah. But we'll have due diligence, and we'll certainly go check her out, because it's not like because anything that changes with her is going to be a pretty drastic improvement, because she sat that way for the last like 2 years, and she's not been very useful, to say the least. Now this one is special. I remember when this came out, and it was like, it's such a weird outfit, because I want the succubus wings, but she does not have those in the first place. So it just looks like we have Morgan at home. We have corporate warrior Ingrid. Way too fucking good. She got the cape. She's cool. We got eternal devotion. We got them all. We have the outfit from Taimanin Asagi 3. We got substitute teacher Ingrid. Way too much to handle. This is why you can give her corporate warrior. Literally the best, one of the best outfits ever. They don't even have it in Taba. They don't even have it there. No, they don't even have it in RPGX. They gave it to her. They gave it to her here. Skills. Well, we don't need Park Flame. We need Evil Broom. Evil Heat Blast. Piercing Dragon. Let's put her in somewhere that she can spread her wings or something. Let's go to Tower. Can't exactly. I don't know. We managed to clear 120 with Ingrid, but not with anything else. That was cool. That was a really like close fight too, because I thought because the first wave is when we have to deal with Mr. Boner King himself, and he is certainly a challenge, to say the least. Now we're doing a 1-5 weapon. That won't do anything for us. Let's go to 75. Shadow Ruler, Shadow Demon, and Heavenly Moonflower. Well, at least you get to have the critical hit rate boost on there, so you can do fun stuff like that. Oh, now Inger gets a crit all the time with it. It just takes us such a long time to see Evil Bloom come back. Ugh. We need we need Ingrid's demon outfit, the black flame version that she gets from Taba in the game. I'd like to see that. That would be a cool one to do, because that's like that. I think that's only relegated to Taba at this point, which is sad. It's like, I want to see that happen. That's a good outfit. Imon, Ingrid, Yamon, Jamaican Ingrid. Turks and Barbados Ingrid, because she's out there with with all the best. You know how it do. Swing, swing. She's so fast. Shine. Oh, I missed Ignis already because it would have just instantly ended the cooldowns for all of her skills. Oh no, Ingrid's got the kiss of death. Well, like that she delivers to her enemies. That's right, she's inching her way slowly towards the enemy's doom. I wonder, who do you think will be the playable character? Because obviously, Boner Mam is, you know, the teacher who can, and she certainly seems like the character who will end up being playable. Because, like, right now we've got ourselves a Marika situation. We have a Mark. Yeah, exactly. It's like they shook up the formula. That's good. I like that. It was a pleasant surprise when Kara came onto the scene. Green Ingrid is like... That is like the perfect encapsulation of like the first 2 years of the game, when critical builds were like, if you can't crit, you're not going anywhere, and even then critical builds are still like, if you can't crit, you're not going anywhere. They literally came out of fashion, fell off, and then came back. Oh, you're alive? You know what they need? They need they should release Shiranui. That's what they should do. They should release Mizuki Shiranui. That'd be a really great addition to this game. Because the version they have right now in the game, they've certainly forgot about. They don't say you're tsundere anymore. They just say you're bipolar and got some sort of mental disease. Oh, that's a cool summon. Yeah, can we have Fuma Amane? I really like her. I think that would be great. So we could finally have like the Fuma family all together. Because like, well, Fuma Yukina is still a supporter, but I think she's a Tabo original, an AT original. But then we'd have Saika, we'd have Tokiko, and then we'd have Amane playable, and obviously Fuma's our dude. Oh, the laugh. Korea! Hurrah! Korea. I certainly don't see the appeal of Hugakaze. Like, obviously, she's very popular, but I think that's like, I don't know, Japan's always like, they've always had questionable taste in their characters. It's not even like, oh, it's because she's a flat character. No, there are many likable flat characters in the game, in any series really. It's just that it's like, Yukikaze is just genuinely unlikable. Like, I always end up seeing like the Yukikaze Defense Force come out. I'm like, bro, you are not convincing anybody. It's like what in Senran Kagura, Yumi would always win. No, it's a Yuri Lowenthal position. I think that's his name. In the Tales of series, like they just had to bar him from lists. So it's like because he would just always win, nobody else would have a chance. Like I almost imagine it would be like a situation like the ultimate cope of, well, whoever like it will always be Yuri Lowell who will always win. So whoever gets second place is the actual real fan favorite character. It would be like one of those super copes. J.A.Ken. No, there's not much going on with Marie Rose in the first place. Here's the thing too, with Marie Rose, is that not only like when they were introduced in Dead or Alive 5, Honoka and Marie are some of the worst characters in the game. Like, you usually just take characters out there to like if you're playing like lobby areas, you can just like meme on characters with whoever. Like people who are like, when you ever played online and follow people with like, you know, people like Nia Tengu and everything like that, and you have your tryhards with like Rig and occasionally like a Brad Wong or something. But Honoka and Marie Rose are like some of the worst characters in the game. They have like an assload of problems with them, but they ended up being the solution to keep the franchise from dying. So here we go. Yeah, she can't do shit about them. Like she gets folded by everything that she comes up against. She kind of sucks. Like she has like the speed for being like an extremely lightweight character, but she's also has the problem of like, okay, she's a lightweight character, low HP, pretty quick, does like no damage. It's like a Fang. Like if you've ever played Street Fighter, she's like that, but doesn't have like the no, Fang has like the poison aspect to him. At least he can do dots. Marie can't. Oh, Space Pirate Sarah would be a really good addition to this. She'd be like another good gun sharing character. Einer Renewal the previous month, and then Space Pirate Sarah in the game. Let's fucking go. Well, Avalon, Dead or Alive has had a very vested history in making the women pretty. But, yeah, it's like lore-wise, Marie doesn't do shit. From a statistical problem, when they released Dead or Alive Beach Volleyball for the Xbox, that was a big problem for that. And obviously they really leaned into the sexualization aspect as well. Like, we're obviously here with this right now, but they really like went nuts with it. Like in 4, it was there and everything like that. But then it's like nobody could take the game seriously because they had those sort of problems in the first place. And then they went to 5 on initial release in like 2012. They had they had this campaign of like, yeah, I'm a fighter. They actually, and then these are really, and they're actually really good cheerleader outfits for the girls. They look really good on them. And it's like they want you to take it seriously, like it's a fighting game. It's a really mechanically fun fighting game too. It's like the only one that I've actually taken seriously in my entire life because it's so fun to do. It's like I almost want to pick up like the new Virtua Fighter and try it myself. Oh, these are nice. And not to mention train simulator levels of DLC. Train simulator levels of DLC in the fucking game. What a fucking travesty that is. Like, anybody who actually plays the game to like take pictures and stuff has never bought a single cent of that DLC. I can guarantee it. Also, if you guys have never gotten like these lightly salted Pringles, it's amazing. They're awesome. Because it's not like they're not going to chap your lips if you eat a whole bunch of them. And it's like a low sodium option. I wish these were like the normal flavor because it's like they just needed a little bit of salt. That's all they needed. Marie and Honoka, it's like, because it's like, well, you obviously have been railing on Marie, but Honoka is more or less the same problem too. Like, neither of them really are fighters. They're just there to help keep relevance for the series for the most part. And then they have Dead or Alive Extreme 3, which I'm not gonna lie to you, I actually have a copy of that for my PlayStation, for my PS4, and I'm like, it's pretty solid, but it lacks the charm and the fun that Extreme 2 had. Now, Extreme 2, on the other hand, that is legitimately like a top 10 video games of all time for me. I really, really, really love playing it because, one, it has the pretty characters I like in it, and two, it specifically has licensed music. It has, if you've never played it, you wouldn't understand. But when you play 2, it has actual licensed music, and it makes you feel like it's an actual summer vacation situation. It's really great for that. And then I go to Extreme 3. They don't have licensed music. It plays like a gacha game. It's really ass about it too. It doesn't play like a game, it just plays like a pay-to-win situation. And then obviously they went all their ducks in a line with Penis Vacation, and the rest is history. Dead or Alive 6, obviously, flopping did not help the situation, the franchise's situation in the first place, because obviously we all know where it went. No, I don't want to play Prism, because I remember when they released the English version of Venus Vacation. You have to you could actually download it for the most part and play it on Steam. They unlisted the Steam version, but it's you can still get updates for it. In fact, I still get updates for it every single week. It's just that I don't want to play that. Because, well, for one, it doesn't have characters I like in it, because I wanted some of the girls actually from DOA 5 and 6 to come in there. Because the only characters I care about in Venus Vacation and Prism are the girls from Dead or Alive. Like Mia Tengu, Helena, Tina, Miss Cocoa Puffs herself, and it's they are obviously overshadowed by stuff like Patty, Nagisa, all those other kind of girls, and I'm like, I don't know anything about you, and I don't care to know about you. They all start mixing together for me. Pringles are not cheap. Dude, I think today, like, the Pringles I got were like $2.50. Because I had to go to, like, before this, I went to the store to go pick up, like, the stuff I forgot from yesterday. Like, the limes. I picked up some limes. I got some chips because I wanted to have them for today. And a Mountain Dew. And I was like, oh. Sheesh. They had 2-for-1 limes today. It's like, perfect. Yeah, I got 2 limes, because I'll need exactly 2 limes. Well, I mean, the thing is, too, it's like... I'm glad that they're using the money that they're getting from... like, they're spending all their money on graphical fidelity for, like, the penis prism and everything like that. That's good. They're like, that they know it's a moneymaker and it will keep them in business. But I'm glad they're using that money to do stuff with Neo. Do stuff with, obviously, Ninja fucking Gaiden. I'm glad about that. Well, you bought a copy of Prism. My man bought it out here. I not only want to be a part of the problem, I also want to be part of the solution. Which is, give me my fucking fighting game back. I gotta be like that Leonard Skinner song. Give me back my bullets. Oh, well, shit. What's that? What did he send me? I mean, I've already seen that, like, Ninja Gaiden 4 has the pretty lady factor behind it. They're looking pretty good. Because they obviously, like, had the remake for them. I like the way it looks a lot. It's very good. I always still find it funny, like, Ninja Gaiden, like, when they released the other games, like, not only from the Xbox to, like, when they put it on the 360 and everything, they had, like, the funniest fucking, like the 3D custom graphics and everything. Like Rachel looks like she's 70 years old and scared to death and stuff like that. But then you have like the remake of Ninja Gaiden Black with her, and it's like, oh man, looks great. They retroactively add in Momiji. Oh, they add in Ayame, they have Kasumi Ninja, they have to retroactively add in Momiji, because Momiji is a money maker if anyone's ever seen one. Who would have thought the girl from the DS Ninja Gaiden game could move mountains like she does? She's actually really solid too in Dead or Alive 5. I mean, I like Momiji. She's certainly there for the types of like who love their Yamato Nadeshiko, which I am certainly a fan of, very much. That's my thing right there. I'm like, yes sir, yes sir. You bring that in there and you don't ever let it go. I like it when the characters have that sort of hairstyle and behavior. Though they get a little feisty sometimes when they're actually really good fighters. Because who would have thought? Oh, cool. We farmed too much. I don't know. Did you guys ever get to play Dead or Alive or anything like that? Like the actual fighting games? Because those are very special. I like them a lot. Well, obviously I do like them very much here. They are not only just good games with pretty women, they're also mechanically solid. Five and six. I mean, honestly, it's like 5 is still the only one that hasn't really any sort of support, because I won't lie, whenever I played 6, I really enjoy the lighting system they have in there, but nobody wants to mod 6. They only do it for Penis Vacation and 5 Ultimate. But at home, I had a copy of DOA 4. I would play that with my friends, and we'd play like, I think Dead or Alive 2, that came out on like that was like a Dreamcast PlayStation 1 title. So we played a lot of like 3 and 4, because I only got to like play the one on the Dreamcast at like this one kid's house, because he had a Dreamcast and like everybody else had 64 or PlayStation 1. I think they did stuff with 2. It's a PS1 or PS2 title. It's like either way, it's like it was very early on. Oh, the rolling attack. It's like, it's so simply solved by like sidestepping, or you just like block low, because if you whiff the attack or it gets blocked, it has so much recovery. You could do like a full-on like half circle and then a grab. I don't think I've ever bothered tried doing a hold with it, because I don't think you can. No, you probably could, but it's like, holds are such a really, really fun concept. It's effectively a parry, but it can lead into like a single combo, because it's like it acts like a move, and you just go absolutely fucking nuts with it. Because it's like nailing a throw, but it's also like you have the prediction and like the mindset to be in there to say, yeah, I'm gonna do a low hold, catch your ass out of there, and then put you into the ground from there. Because Christy has like been like the best character ever for doing holds, because she's all about that sort of thing. And then you have like characters like Bass, who would lead in from like a hold into like a long series of grabs, like he would be like the most innocuous would be like King. Bayman in 5 would do the same thing too. I don't even think he had a rolling cradle attack too. Any of the characters though that had like a sort of get behind you attack, because I know Kasumi had like a few of those, and same with Ryu when he was in 4 and 5, because anytime that they had those were like damn near unblockable. But at least they had a sort of like long recovery of them. But for me, my favorite character to play in 5 is Rachel, because Rachel combines like, she's a heavy hitting character, like she's a heavy character. She's just a little slow, but she has a large combination of grabs and holds that she can combo into each other with them. Like she ends up losing out to like some of the other like Ninja Gaiden characters, like Ayane and obviously Kasumi, and Ryu as well. But it's like, Rachel was always my go-to, because she just, everything about her feels super good to use. So I always try to find characters that are like her in games, where they just have like good heavy hits and they're like solid grabs. Because it reminds me of when I would play Tekken 7. Yeah, I played Tekken 7. There's good old Mr. Oh my lord. Fucking losing it. Geese Howard. Geese Howard does the same thing. Like, he doesn't have, like, grabs, to say the least. He has a couple. But Geese has always been about extremely long, as like, solid length combos and really hard hits. That's why I like playing as Mr. Geese in King of Fighters. Because he's the character that really rewards your practice, because you need to have you need to do the practice on for Deadly Rave, because you need to get it right, and then you have like Raging Storm, and then you have like do the pretzel input. He's great. Predictable. Joken. He even has a funny projectile. It's really good. Well, Geese is very good. Like, you can't get Nightmare Geese, but you can do something else that's close enough. Oh, main quest? Who's playing the main quest? Oh, that's right. I forgot. Like, in 2 weeks we have, okay, well, we'll just do the mission. Because in 2 weeks we're going to be having another story update. So that means it's been 6 months since our last one. Are we finally getting to predict it now? We're gonna have every 6 months is a story update. Dead or Alive 4, Rachel. You're pretty good for a human. How many times do I need to... Oh, 30. Oh, come on now. Joking. Let's see. No. Oh no, I'm forgetting. Oh, you went here. 150. Oh, what is this? Oh, whoa! 6-star advancing pass. Rad. Okay, we'll do it. You've angered some points. I don't know. What other do you guys all go play fighting games or anything like that? Is there any special ones that make you go like you had a good time with those playing as a kid? Because I certainly know as like people were popping off with the whole like, you have the Kula Diamond outfit for Stellar Blade? Oh my goodness. Now that's a mod. You bet it is. That was sick. I knew as soon as I saw like they had a Kula Diamond mod for Stellar Blade, it's like I'm picking that up. That's where it's at. Are we able to get like more of these golden coins? Like, where do we get them? I don't like, what are they for? Get 10 tomatoes. Greet the people. Draw gotcha 10 times. Well. Oh, it's always so weird to see it so barren like this. They have like nothing. No active banners besides like that one. Oh no. Oh no, they're gonna steal my link code and get my account. Oh, cool. Let's do one more set of daily quests then. Yo ine. Oh, Kara. CVS? Oh, like the pharmacy? There's more? Commander Mark Tomatina. Oh, cool. Well, they just got all kinds of surprises, don't they? I probably could have like looked up what that was supposed to be. It's like, hey, smart guy, why don't you go figure out that it's a 5600. Let's do this a couple times. I can certainly appreciate Soul Calibur and Tekken. Like, I really enjoy a good 3D fighter. Because it always, like 2D fighters to me always felt like they were created from the simple restriction that they couldn't do 3D. And they just keep carrying these, the 2D idea for, like, the longest time. And then you go on, like, to the PS1 when they released Tekken, and it's 3D and everything like that. And you have superior limb-based combat. You do all that sort of shit in there, and it's like this is where it's at. This is fun. Well, I can appreciate 50 free gems. That's an eighth of a roll. Alright, let's see what we're gonna get with some weapons. The Tomatina event. Alright, we can get a random rewards. Let's see what we're gonna get. Not bad. This was what I really appreciated they've done, like, over the last couple of years, is they've given more ways to collect costume resources. No longer does it take like 6 months of just straight grinding out the friend points thing. You can now pick them up every, I think at this rate I've been able to make a new one about every 4 months. So it's really nice. Oh yeah, I heard there was some sort of like heroic macadamia battle royale game, and I was wondering to myself, like, what is that? Like, what? How do you even have a battle royale with it? It just seems like a sort of like a Roblox server come to life or whatever. Do you guys play Roblox? Do you guys do anything on there with it? You guys go play like Illusions or Cruelty Blocks or something? Or play like any fun obbies or anything like that? What's that? Oh, Forsaken. That's it. Forsaken's the one where it's like it's a Dead by Daylight clone, but like the kids take it way too fucking seriously. Yes. That's the fucking ticket right there. Get me a Mr. Wonder Bear. What's Roblox? Well, I think it got released. I remember when this was when I was a kid. So that's like, it was released in like 2005 or something like that. And it's I want to say it's like it's VR chat for kids. Can you do that? For everybody calling it like the PDF sanctuary, like it's whoa. Frigid Alivagar, cool. Well, at least I got the skin. Because I mean, the thing is, it's like the bredophiles, the pedophilia allegations within Roblox are the ones that have come to light within the last few weeks. It's all about how, like, you know, obviously it's adults who are playing a children's game. They taking advantage of children, whether that's be for money or for other favors in general, which is a real thing that happens on there. But the thing is, it's like, ugh. I play like a couple of tower defense ones, a Cruelty Squad remake inside of the game. They have a Limbus Company RP server that's pretty cool. Illusions, of course. Forsaken's pretty fun to do sometimes. It's like most of the kids who play that game are pretty bad, so it's like it's like playing Fortnite. You can just like stomp them into the fucking ground and shit like that. So it's like it's a nice place to punch down if you really want to. It's also a nice place to go chill out. So it's not too bad. The real big pedophile allegations come from like these really huge games, and also ones that have like a lot of server pay to win benefits that exploit people. So it's no good there. Ultimate Weapon Q. Here we go. We got Mr. Wonder Bear leveled up again. There we go. I got Chuck Liddell's toy. I honestly don't know what it means. Like, usually these passives for the renewal weapons have some sort of like reference to something. I mean, I'd laugh if I find out that it's actually just a reference to the actual Chuck Liddell, but I don't think it is. Because I know Micah's renewal weapon is an Armageddon and Deep Impact reference, which is so very specific, but I can't help it. I just can't help but smile every time I think about it. All right, let's do some VR. So I was reading some stuff the other day, and people were talking about like how playing VR is like trying to get a good time with under 1 minute. Both movies, I'm not kidding, dude. Okay, we'll look at it. We're gonna go there. Don't wanna close my eyes. I don't wanna say goodbye 'cause I miss you, baby, and I don't wanna miss a thing. There it is, the X71 Deep Impact Armageddon, and it's literally shaped like a fucking rocket ship. Somebody really, really enjoys Bruce Willis and Liv Tyler. Deep Impact is really good, and I like both movies. But as soon as I saw this, I'm like, this is nice. I certainly appreciate. Oh, dude, funny reference. Yeah, because I can guarantee that nobody has ever thought of either of these movies in like fucking 15 years. Yeah, there's your homework for everybody now. Go watch Deep Impact and Armageddon for your Labor Day weekend adventure. And then after you get done watching both movies, make sure you read the Fei classic Dojin, Kyuketsu Jokiyoshi no Kenzoku Seikatsu, or Lessons with the Vampire. Find it at your local. We gotta appreciate Miss Kara out here. Cause I'm gonna VR. But before I got a little sidetracked again, but that's okay. Like this week, I decided, oh, I'm going to actually go play Spider this week because I hate fighting her. She's such a shitty fight. Because I was wondering, people were like, every time I want to do like like questions where I want to get a clear that's under 1 minute for Spider Queen. Spider Queen herself is obviously a very big problem for a lot of people. It's not because she's a very hard boss or she has really difficult mechanics. It's because there's a lot of times during the fight where there's a lot of wasted time and energy because of she has the arrival animation. She has ads that spawn in that will distract your teammates. This boss itself will have debuffs. And there's obviously the recovery animation where the spider will make their escape and then wait. So you end up wasting like 30 seconds just waiting around for anything to happen. It's really, really bad. So I made it my goal like this week to find out how am I going to make this more efficient to get under 1 minute. Because for one, you have got to like do some sort of stupid shit with this because you need a character that brings suction because it's the only way that you can get rid of these small little ads that keep causing problems. Like I use what's it called? I use Phantasm with her limited weapon. Like you only need it at a 1.5 copy because you just need the pull-in effect. But they have Eleanor can do this like way better because all of her stuff is built in. And then you have Kurenai that does the same thing. She has a suction effect that not only reduces defense, but also you throw it down every 8 seconds and Kurenai can just keep pulling enemies to her. But the problem lies in the fact that you need to be on the ball and actually assist your teammates too. Like you as a player can't just go around and like start shoving around enemies and anything like that. You've got to pay attention to where things are going and where things are happening. Something that's actually kind of, because I've been working on this and I realized, debuffing Spider is a fruitless task because the debuffs are halved, so anything that lasts, nothing will last forever. You have to keep constantly applying them. So I thought to myself, well, wait a minute. Why don't I just buff my team? So then we have stuff like Mirabelle. Mirabelle, like for the most part, none of this matters because we're up so high, nobody can crit anymore. This is what you do. This is like the active effect is the 40% damage boost and all that stuff for 20 seconds. It lasts a long time. If you have even like one copy of Mirabelle, put that in your main slot. Because I just use Tokiko specifically for, Dart Knife. Because, even though it's a 5-second debuff, it's off of her basic string. So she's able to just keep constantly pelting enemies with it in the first place. That's how you can keep the debuff down there. Like Phantasma's just here for moral support essentially. It's like, all right, I'm here to throw stuff in there. And not to mention that Spider herself absolutely loves to just walk out of your attacks. Like she'll just go over there, it's just like just sidestep you like it's fucking Tekken or something. You need one of those homing moves. You need a homing move because she obviously just goes over there, dodge, like literally makes you whiff your attack, and then it's game over from there. Maybe at Kokawa Asuka. Like White Feather would obviously help very much, so you can actually keep the damage together. Because if you're using a less mobile character, like let's say we'll try this with we'll do this with Kara, because Kara actually gets a lot of really good benefits out of this. Because you not only have to think about so much in the first place, you have to get a really good roll in the fight itself. Like if your main damage dealer can't be hampered in any sort of way. There is so much that works against you in the fight itself. It is like an active detriment to try to play it. Well, let's see. We need Onisaka Karawa. Like I certainly tried a lot, but it's like they ended up being like, okay, because there are several strategies that I tried, but I ended up settling on Sora because Sora has a lot of AoE effects, and she can fight from a distance to pick up a whole bunch of enemies as well. Like everything really counts in this fight. Like every second is precious. Don't wanna close my eyes. Like even then it's like, oh, I've got Sanguine Ring. Doesn't do shit enough for me. Where are my penetration gear? Blood. Girl out here wasting our time. The protect character bias. So let's try it. Let's see if we can get a like a solid time in there in the first place. Because usually I turn off the ultimate attacks because they keep messing things up. But in this case I kind of need them because stopping the clock actually matters here. That's what I was talking about right there. Like she whiffed her big attack completely because the boss didn't have their armor broken. See, even then, this is still too slow. Okay, that's not what I wanted, Tokiko. Thanks. It still didn't kill him. Oh goodness. Oh, that's kind of ass. It interrupted the attack. Ah, it sucks. 90 seconds. Like you just need everything to like align in your favor. Like 49, I tried to get 49 seconds again even with Sora, and it's like you had to be like, to some degree you've got to be like a little bit lucky with it. And even then, Kara can still miss with Blood Fist, because I guess they just can do that for some reason. Oh, that sucks. See, there we go. It took 30 seconds right there in the very beginning, and it's like that's time wasted. It's such a struggle to get even the simplest of optimations down, because it's like, congratulations, it's your whole strategy flies out the window because of just something like you couldn't do. Yeah, 124. I just cannot get out of like that one like 15 hell that Kara is stuck with, because I can try my hardest and it's like she can't do it. Oh, I know. Like, it's also really inconsistent too, because sometimes the boss will just spawn and then it will knock down your teammates, and then they get hit with a skill cooldown reduction, and then you can't, none of your teammates can apply their AoE effects, so it doesn't work out for them. Like, it is literally a whole bunch of stuff like working against you completely. So I wanted to show, like, I wanted to show it with Kara, because I have consistently spent like the last like week, because Kara just cannot get out of like below, she cannot get down below 115. It's just like the perfect storm of like really rough shit. Where is she? There she is. Yeah, Onigumo. Because the winning run for this uses like what? Because that's the thing about it though. Like, what it took for me to win this below a minute after like several tries was, all right, we're gonna use a max leveled Sora with her, all right, Foxfire boosted, the innate damage boost, and the penetration built inside, and then we have another set of inconsistencies, like, all right, we have more penetration on there because ranged blue just gets all the good tickets. Okay, she's not nerfed. Get up, Phantasma. Come on, girl, you gotta get up. Ooh, perfect. That's what I'm looking for. And that's what it takes. Go Sora. You go Sora. 50 seconds. It took that much energy, that much in the first place to get this thing below 50 seconds. Like the shit required to make this work is just not feasible for a lot of people. There's just no way around that. Like, oh, I need a 5/5 Meadow tier weapon. I need a limited supporter to get constant damage boost. I need this, well, more or less like Phantasma can be replaced with anybody who has suction. But it's more or less like, okay, we need to buff the team, we need to buff the people, and that's it. You could probably do this with Spinel. But the thing is, like, Spinel lacks like the AoE abilities, so she can't just like blaze through entire packs of mobs like that. Because Kuramachiri Archery is 4 hits, 4 really hard hits too, and she's able to shotgun through a pack and just like eliminate them instantly. Since it has such a low cooldown, she's able to just say like, forget about it, and just turn them into mincemeat. That's not to mention the fact that Sora's weapon has a ton of penetration built into it, damage boosting, and then like another side effect as well. Like this is a nerfed blue, so this will be a perfect time to show off what that looks like. That's a 603,000 right there. Like, more or less, like, what is making the difference here is this, like, massive buff from the Mirabelle supporter. Because it's what enabling us to do so much damage in the first place. And also, Sora's permanent debuff, Tokiko's big defense down. Like, there's a lot at play here just to make it work. Thanks, Phantasma. I like that it takes a long time and it lets us regenerate. Thanks, Sora. Ooh, nice. Ooh, that's a good drop. That's a good drop. I mean, that's also the reason why I end up waiting to do certain hard content things, because it's like, I don't need to get up there immediately, because I know at some point it's like, it's hard now, but then they'll end up releasing something in the future that will cause it to become really easy. Bro's got the spice. Bro's got the spice. Look at her. Spicy Phantasma, the suck who could. Oh, nice. I think that's a new best. That's a new personal best with Sora. 48. Nice. Okay, perfect. Now that we've done that, I guess well, it's getting about 3 hours then. We'll probably finish it out there with a supporter reading. Ooh, that's a good feature. Oh, wow. I have all the ones from Corporate Warrior Ingrid. Oh, I don't have Divine Tree Eleanor. Art by Kagami, illustrated by Wong. Ooh, cool. What does Miss Evil Ingrid have in store for us? Let's find out with her gigantic boobs. The City of Darkness under Tokyo, Yomahara. A hellish city filled with red light districts, illegal businesses, and various crimes. It was originally managed thoroughly by Nomad, but because of the recent incident, Nomad's influence became weak. With Nomad's good reputation as a multinational company collapsing and causing damage. Their priorities were to fix that. Moreover, with their focus shifting towards shady businesses, Nomad sub-organizations' oversight in the crime-ridden city of Yomahara had become significantly lax. And in the places where Nomad's control had weakened, other crime syndicates other than Nomad began exploiting Yomaharan territory without permission, leading to frequent conflicts with them. In a red light district in Yomahara, one of the most energetic and creepy streets. Shops like clubs and bars where people would never come in their right minds were lying on the street. In front of those shops, a nightclub host was soliciting customers. Oh, with Nomad's reputation rolling down a steep hill, nobody even looks at my shop. He was the host of a club that Nomad was looking out for. When Nomad was still a global company on its rise, it boomed with customers and he was never short on cash. But it's like that famous saying, when you run out of money, your friends abandon you. I never thought the most popular place in Yomahara would be empty. Even with that in mind, he knows that he needs to work to earn money. And on this day, he knew it was hard, but he kept on soliciting. Oh? As he was continuing to solicit customers, he felt a gaze. A woman wearing tech wear was glancing at him. He thought he was imagining things, but he realized while soliciting, without a word, that her gaze was fixed on him, as if she was, like, watching him or something. She was wearing a popular fashion in Yomahara, but her gaze was very provocative. It was as if she was glaring at him like, don't you have the courage to talk to me? Ooh, Streetwalker Ingrid. The host was sure that she was aware of him, and spoke first. But the woman soon moved away, eyeing the host and vanishing into the alley. Oh no, my man's gonna get robbed. Seducing a man into an alley, she's asking for it, and quite a beauty, I must say. The host was sure she was into him. There was no other reason for her to glance at him and get his attention. That fiery red hair, tan skin, fit body, she moved lightly as if she had been working out. Red? I don't think I've ever called Ingrid's hair red. Just how much money does she have, I wonder? If I can talk her into being a regular, she might be a consistent source of money. The host followed her into a back alley with such thoughts in his head. As he chased the woman in techwear into the alley, she vanished around a corner out of sight. Oh, how far is she going? And so he turned the corner as well. Swing. The next moment, he had to stop because he felt something cold on his neck. He didn't know what it was that suddenly appeared, but his instinct was yelling danger. Oh, is that a sword? Oh, I thought you were just a pretty lady, but never a thief who would rob men like this. When he turned his eye, he realized the sword at his neck was a unique black blade. The reason he didn't panic because there were many thieves in Yomahara, and they normally went for his money. Rather than panicking and causing a scene, he could possibly live if he gave up his money without resisting. It was common knowledge for people who lived in Yomahara. And of course, the man was not doing well as a host, so he didn't have that much money. So to speak, if he knew he resisted, he would definitely lose, so he didn't. And even if he gave all his money, he was already poor, and that's why he gave up easily. The host thought the woman was the same sort of thief, and talked to her without showing any sign of panicking. "Oh no, you are the thief, aren't you?" "Me?" The woman looked behind him as she put her sword on his neck. Right after, someone he didn't notice all this time, a woman hiding right behind him, started to search his body, emptying his pockets, taking out things like his mobile device, watch, wallet, card case, you name it. You don't got much experience in this. Don't touch anywhere too sensitive, you dumb girl." Ignore it and continue. That face. I've seen it somewhere. As the figure behind him popped up in front to search inside his clothes, the man realized who that figure was. "You're Nomad's Hell Knight that patrols Yomahara. Your name was... Line? It's Lena?" Ignore and continue. Do not be startled by the opponents talking so easily. Hell Knight Lena, which means the woman who's treating like a subordinate must be someone special. The host didn't know that the woman holding her sword in his face, but realized she was someone out of the ordinary and grew stiff in more ways than one. Most importantly, the Hell Knight is behind this, which means this is tied to Nomad? The moment he realized this, an uneasy sweat trickled down his back. Nay, his entire body was sweating, and his throat went dry. He gulped without thinking. "I am Ingrid, the secretary and bodyguard of Nomad CEO Edwin Black, and as a Hell Knight, I am the superior of Lena over here. You may have noticed something before if I told you this much, informant." "Huh?" The black Hellblade dug deeper into his neck, but it doesn't make him bleed. She was controlling it to make him feel pain, but not bleed out. "What do you mean?" "Your job was to contact Nomad people in Yomahara and gather information. You were supposed to hide your identity by being a host and carry out the other job, laundering Nomad's crime funds through your host work." The man was Nomad's informant, and he didn't only gather information, but he used his identity as a host to roam around clubs or bars, using customers to launder Nomad's crime funds into host incomes. But as Nomad was exposed of its evil deeds and lost its influence around Yomahara, he started his own business through the gap. The company supporting him was crumbling, and he had an enormous amount of crime funds in his hands. It was obvious that he had taken a small percentage of the cash for his own. Skimming off the top from the mafia. At the same time, he sold Nomad's information to a rivaling company, and that was treason. Not only Nomad, but all big organizations are strict towards traitors. It was certainly difficult tracking you down. If a person from Nomad came into contact, you would wiggle your way out with a sly reason and go off the grid. Ingrid, that's right, I remember now. Edwin Black's subordinate, Hell Knight Ingrid. If someone big like you appears on the streets, word would spread like a disease, but now... It was a bit bothersome to do so. Ingding shrugged while she said it. The man's eyes widened because the techwear suit, which is something that she would never wear, swayed lightly. Because of that costume, you, a Hell Knight, wouldn't wear something that fancy and cheap-looking? Cheap-looking? Oh, you look real good in it, Ingrid. Well, Lena suggested this outfit, but I'm glad things went as planned. He said a costume that I would never wear on normal occasions, so this probably make me look like a normal woman, not a Hell Knight. Who would imagine a Hell Knight wearing techwear that is trending in Yomahara? Oh, jeez. Ingrid stabbed his neck slightly to shut him up. Oh, Miss Ingrid, this is all he had. Oh, let's see, a business card from a rival organization's informant that Nomad was watching carefully, and his phone number contained a ranking officer member. The numbers here, are they for the vault? There's still someone leaving their vault password by memos. Oh, geez. It's analog. That's why it's safe from hacking, Lena. Ugh. The old way makes it safe against hacking. That's something to learn from, and besides, we have the info we need. What Ingrid's team wanted was to persuade the informant back to their own, and find out which organizations bought their info. It was true that Nomad had become weaker, but that didn't mean that they lost their power. Power is everything in a crime city like this, and it includes wealth, status, and certainly violence. We will crush all personnel related to your business in the name of Nomad. Even if you're strong, you can't take on all of them. Oh, jeez. Do you think it's impossible? Then you're a fool. I guess that was obvious since you betrayed Nomad. Ingrid put down her blade and held at the man's neck after saying so. This was to hold the man in place while they confiscated the intel. They never intended to kill him. Okay, I'll sell the other party's information to you. Are we good? Like a double agent? Thinking he was safe after being released, the host tried to appeal himself again after catching his breath. But Ingrid was already holding up her fist. Did you really think Nomad would let a traitor like you walk away? The man's sight shook at that moment. After being hit by Ingrid, he lost conscience. Nope. He lost consciousness after it shook his brain. I'll let you wrap that one up. I'll be taking this. Ingrid took the memo with the info of the rival organization and the mobile device from Lena and left the alley. If I cut him with Sakura Blossom, I think it'll get dirty. Guess I'll just bury him. This was Crime City, Yomahara. Here, it wasn't strange to have someone disappear, or even huge organizations taken down overnight. Because here, it happened every now and then. But almost like it was every day. There we go. See, that's fun. I like it when they have stuff like this. Because we actually get to see the very simple side of, this very simple side of the crime side of these things. Like, certainly we always get to hear about the truth and justice side from the story. But this is like the perfect example of, it's a cloak and dagger sort of situation. Ingrid is trying to get information to help recover her company in any way, shape, or form. But obviously, not everybody has the same idea about her, and she's got to go sort out those problems. That's her job. She's the informer. She's the muscle. And I'm actually very happy that Lena made it in too. That's good. So what does the description say? Honestly, someone's doing a great job of making more work for me. Oh, she's tired. Demon, Hell Knight, aide of Edwin Black, the leader of a multinational company, Nomad. She's always by his side as a secretary and a guard. Wielding a longsword as her main weapon, she employs demonic swordsmanship that incarcerates her downed foes in black flames. As one of Edwin Black's closest aides, she is a major figure in Yomahara, the underground city under Nomad's influence, so much so that mere sightings of her in the streets quickly spread rumors. One day, however, reports surface of Ingrid being spotted in the back alleys of Yomahara, wearing the latest trend in techwear, but the authenticity of those reports remains unconfirmed. Thanks, Ingrid. Well, I'll have to pick that up next time I get paid or something. But she is the 210th supporter. Just think about that. We're at 200 supporters now. Time certainly flies. Because the 200th supporter was Mirabelle. We'll have, we'll have 2 new additions next week. So what did the maracas do again? It was restoration effect decrease when being restored has a 20% chance to increase all damage. It's like, okay, it was it's cool looking but not very cool effect. But honestly, I think that'll be it for today. We had a good time with that. We certainly are appreciating the 20th anniversary season that's going to come out. We'll certainly have some stuff in October when they have the 20th anniversary for Taimanin and Asagi itself. But thanks for coming by, everybody. It's always a fun time cleaning up events with you guys. It's always super fun. Next week, we've certainly got the annerose renewal we're going to be taking a look at. We got a brand new event that's going to be a lot to look at. But once again, thank you, everyone. Don't forget to like, comment, rate, favorite, and subscribe. And as always, I'll see you next time. Goodbye, everybody.